Welcome back. Tomorrow will mark 5 years since audio streaming provider, audio streaming giant Spotify went live in South Africa. The platform has exposed local artists to a global audience. It's also introduced programs such as Equal Africa, which is aimed at supporting local musicians. I'm now joined by Spotify's Sub-Saharan Africa Managing Director. Her name is Jocelyne Muhutu-Remy. Jocelyne, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Morena.
I was actually saying to you off air that you're not in green. And then you were like, yeah, but Daniel Ek is not in green either. And then I thought to myself, good point, good comeback.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me, Morena. I really appreciate this.
Let's talk. I actually want to start just right off the bat with the exposure. You know, you are responsible for a part of the continent that is incredibly talented and incredibly huge where music is concerned. And I would imagine that is why Spotify decided that, you know what, we need to invest in this part of the African continent.
Yes.
Just how big of an exposure does South African, Sub-Saharan artists have on the Spotify platform?
Well, you know, when we launched in South Africa 5 years ago, streaming was not really a thing. Users did not know, did not have that much experience around streaming. Since then, a lot has changed. The expansion has been incredible. We have exposed hundreds of artists to audiences internationally. The growth of African music across the continent and the globe has been remarkable. Even here in South Africa, the rise of Amapiano, for example, has been incredible, and I must say that we played a significant role, if I may say humbly, in exposing audiences across the world, from Japan to Berlin to Latin America, through different programs that we have, such as Equal. I think you mentioned it in your intro. That is a program specifically for women artists. We have people like Durban Gogo and CEO, and right now we have Tyler, this new emerging artist at the intersections of Amapiano and pop, etc., who's really, you know, being exposed to the world. You may have seen her hanging out with the likes of Kim Kardashian and at the Dolce & Gabbana show. So in the past 5 years, the numbers have been really staggering. South African audiences have been making their own playlists. This is really the beauty of our platform. 21 million playlists have been made by South Africans. Can you imagine that? Wow. On average, 304 artists is what, you know, South African users are discovering, have discovered through our platform. So really, this is what is keeping us going every day. The knowledge that we are contributing to connecting fans with their music, making them discover it through our personalization tools, and the fact that you know, 10, 15 years ago, a music fan in, you know, faraway parts of the world would never have known about a genre like Amapiano. Is really, it gives us purpose, you know, to know that we are playing this kind of role.
21 million playlists. Did I hear you right?
Yes, you
21 million playlists in this country alone.
Indeed.
Talk to me about the trends. You know, you talk about 21 million playlists, and I think you said 304 different kinds of musicians that are being discovered, you know, discovered and are being listened to. But talk to me about the trends. You know, Amapiano's big, as you can imagine. You know, you've got your DJ Maporisas, you've got your Kabza de Smalls, you've got your Deben Kokos, you know, you've got your Uncle Waffles as well. But talk to me about the trends. If it's not Amapiano, what else is a Morena Mutupi or a Faith Mangope or even Jocelyne Muhutu-Remy listening to?
Hip-hop.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, hip-hop is one genre that we're seeing a revival around in very powerful ways. Our playlist, Mzansi Raps, is doing very, very well in recent times with the tragedy that we know about with the artist AKA and his friend in Durban. We have really seen the hip-hop community and the hip-hop fans really rallying around the the particular artist, but also the genre in general. But you know, we're not just about the big mainstream trends. We are really determined to focus on other trends too. In our team, we have some of the best experts of music in this country, and we're looking at genres that you might not expect. Maskandi. Maskandi is growing, it's huge. We're really excited about that genre, actually. Gospel. We just recruited, specialists of gospel to go deep into that genre. So we're not just about what is in right now. We are going way beyond. And different.
I'm sorry to come in there. Why do you guys get specialists to look into particular? What is the purpose behind that? Because I don't think I would have ever expected a streaming service to hire somebody dedicated to focus on a particular genre of music. Why do you do that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We go beyond even different languages. We have an Afrikaans specialist, for example, in our team, and that is because we want to serve all fans of all ages. Your parents, your younger brother, everyone should be able to find what they need, the music they need, the information they need, the inspiration they need on our platform. So we are really investing in that direction. We want to be, of course, at the forefront of culture, but without neglecting what is emerging and catalog as well.
Yeah.
Nostalgia is a big thing. I listen to Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and artists like that should also be, promoted in the same way that the young and trendy are.
My program editor has just told me in my ear that my time is up, and she knows that I usually do what I'm not supposed to, which is steal a bit more time. I'm going to ask you this last question, if you can briefly let me know. There's competition. There are other streaming services, but there's one particular streaming service that you guys are looking to, I don't want to say dethrone, because you could be the ones that are sitting on top, but how tough is that competition? How tough is it to be competing with that other streaming platform, of which we're not going to mention by name?
Well, we don't really actually focus that much on that. In all honesty, it's not even a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
We are really focused on serving the consumer and on investing locally. We have a local office with local people, and we're expanding that presence across Africa. So this is what we're about: being on the ground, being immersed in the culture, being close to the artist community and to our fans.
Jocelyne, my favorite color is blue, by the way, so I'm not mad that you're not wearing the Spotify green.
Phew.
I'm glad that you're wearing the blue. Faith and myself, we are big lovers of Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates are black as well in their color, so I'm not too mad at your color. Thank you so much for joining us. It was absolutely amazing. And all the best with what is to come still for Spotify.
Yes. Watch out.
Thank you so much.
Watch us.
Of course, that is Spotify's Sub-Saharan Africa Managing Director. Her name is Jocelyne Muhutu-Remy. Of course, she's talking to us about what it is exactly the streaming service is doing at the moment, what it is they're pushing for. So, of course, we've just been talking about that.